Racing Bulls finally rolled out their 2026 Challenger at Imola, and it didn't take long for things to heat up. Within hours, the brand new car was buried in the gravel, and social media erupted. But there's more to this moment than one dramatic slide. Let's break down what actually happened and why it matters. The team brought the V-Carb 3 to Imola for its first on-track appearance, a logical move, given that their base in Faenza is just minutes away. If something broke, help was close. The conditions, however, were far from ideal. Rain soaked the circuit, temperatures stayed low, and the team was limited to demonstration wet tires throughout the session. Early running brought a few minor technical gremlins, nothing unexpected for a car touching asphalt for the first time. Liam Lawson was first behind the wheel, heading out for an installation lap shortly after midday. From the outside, everything looked solid. Systems checked out, the car ran smoothly, and the garage seemed satisfied. Then came the rookie's turn. Arvid Lindblad climbed into the cockpit for what should have been a routine stint. Instead, at the Villeneuve chicane, the rear stepped out. The cars slid helplessly into the gravel, forcing a recovery vehicle to haul it back to the pits, a moment instantly clipped, shared, and dissected online. Context matters here. Lindblad is just 18 years old. This was his first experience in a 2026 spec car. The track was drenched. The tires weren't designed for real performance. And this was literally his first time driving this machine. Seen through that lens, the incident feels far less dramatic. The good news? No serious damage. The car survived intact. The run plan remains on track, and a full filming day is still ahead, giving both drivers valuable mileage. Now, let's talk about what we actually learned from the car itself. The livery matches what we saw at the Ford partnership reveal in Detroit, but one detail dominated the conversation: the massive airbox towering above the engine cover. Some believe it hints at cooling concerns with the new Red Bull power unit. Others argue it's purely aerodynamic. For now, the truth remains hidden. More running will tell the story. This shakedown also marked a historic first for Red Bull powertrains. Until now, their engine had never turned a wheel on a proper circuit. Years of development, endless dyno testing, and finally, it's alive, loud, real, and racing. And that sound? It's different. The 2026 power units are a complete departure from the cast. Sustainable fuels, new architectures, new priorities, all of it reshaping how these cars sound. Fans are split. Some love the sharper, angrier tone. Others miss the screaming V10 era and feel these engines still lack soul. The relationship between Racing Bulls and Red Bull Racing will be fascinating to watch. Same power units, shared knowledge, but once the lights go out, they're rivals. In the past, Racing Bulls lived in the shadow. A regulation reset, though, has a way of rewriting hierarchies. There's also growing talk across the paddock about teams pushing the limits of the rulebook, finding gray areas, squeezing out performance wherever they can. The driver lineup adds another layer. Lawson has already proven he belongs here, fast, fearless, and unmistakably Red Bull in attitude. Lindblad brings raw ability, but also inexperience. The real question is whether he can handle Formula One's relentless spotlight. That spin will follow him. Every future mistake will be magnified. That's the reality of this sport. Team principal Alan Permane has been careful to manage expectations. He's been clear, Lindblad's rookie season won't be easy. The goal isn't instant success. It's development, learning, and survival in the harshest environment motorsport has to offer.
Learning, adapting, and occasionally revealing flashes of what he's capable of. But the real moment of truth arrives in Barcelona. That's when testing stops being about survival and starts being about speed. Imola was never meant to define the order. It was a systems check, a confirmation that nothing critical was wrong. Barcelona is where the competitive picture begins to sharpen. Even with the gravel trap moment, Imola delivered exactly what the team needed. The car ran, The power unit behaved, valuable data was gathered, and honestly, Lindblad's spin is the entire reason testing exists. It's far better to find the limits now than to discover them during a race weekend. What matters next is the response. If Lindblad returns for the filming day and strings together clean, confident laps, that sends a powerful message. Motorsport history is full of great drivers who stumbled early. What separated them was how they reacted when things went wrong. So now the questions start forming. Where does Racing Bulls land in the championship? Which driver emerges on top, the proven Lawson or the ambitious rookie? And how should we really judge that moment in the gravel? This season feels impossible to predict. New regulations, brand new power units, extra teams, a wave of young talent. Right now, the competitive order is a blank page. Racing Bulls could shock the paddock. They could just as easily find themselves struggling. That uncertainty is exactly what makes regulation resets so compelling. Every shakedown run, every clip of footage, every technical detail helps complete the puzzle. And what we saw at Imola was the first real glimpse into Racing Bull's 2026 story. There's also a strategic angle worth highlighting. While most teams choose Barcelona or Bahrain for their first outing, Racing Bulls stayed close to home. With the factory just minutes away, engineers could react instantly to any issues. Parts could be swapped. Adjustments could be made without delay. For a first run, that proximity is a huge advantage. The upcoming filming day will reveal far more. 200 kilometers of running gives both drivers meaningful seat time. They'll start to understand how the car behaves, its personality, its strengths, and its weak points. That knowledge becomes crucial once Barcelona arrives. Lindblad's recovery from this moment may define his early reputation. Formula One is unforgiving to rookies who appear shaken, but it respects those who bounce back. If he climbs back in and drives with confidence,